Hello, everybody. Buenos dias, guten tag, guten morgen from all around the world. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're tuning in from. Be sure to let us know where you're watching in the comments. I think I saw some people jumping in there. Let us know where you're watching from. And hello from the past to all of you watching this recording in the future. Thank you for choosing to spend your time with us right now and today. My name is Jordan Huggins. I'm the marketing manager at Alvanon. You're not going to hear or see from me too much today. I'm just here to give some housekeeping notes before we kick off the day. We are streaming live to YouTube. I don't want to assume anything about anybody's skill with or lack thereof with YouTube, but let me just show you around your user interface quickly so you guys can make the most of the day. First, be sure to subscribe to the Alvanon YouTube channel. We have a whole bunch of new content slated to publish over the next year or so, educational videos and stuff like that. The subscribe button is somewhere on the bottom here, and it's just click it and stay up to date with everything that's going on with Alvanon. You can also navigate to the stream for tomorrow. If you right-click on the Alvanon logo, open in a new tab. We don't want you steering away from this stream just yet. But click videos, click uploads, and then you're going to click upcoming live streams. And there's a little gray notify me button underneath tomorrow's stream. And if you click that, you'll be notified when we go live tomorrow as well. We really encourage everybody to get involved. And the best way to do that is to jump into the chat box on the right side of your screen. Let us know where you're watching from again, or if you have any questions for us, for the speakers. And there's some handy little emojis that you can use whenever you hear something you agree with or love from the speakers. We will also be posting some polls, and those will appear directly in your chat box on the right there. And you can answer those polls directly in there. And then when they're finished, when we publish them, the results will also be in the chat box. Some of the sessions today will leave time for your Q&A. If you have any questions for the speakers in a session, we will pull those questions directly from the chat box. So just throw them in there. Don't worry about them getting buried in all the comments, because we have a team behind the scenes looking for the comments, and we will do our best to pull those out for the speakers. Any technical issues, we've moved over to YouTube again to streamline the whole festival and provide better access. But should you have any technical issues and you can't seem to reach us through YouTube, please let us know by emailing us at marketing@alvanon.com. That's just simply marketing@alvanon.com. Recordings. This whole day and the whole festival is being recorded, and we will make it available to everybody. All you have to do is register on our website at 3dtechfest.com for free. And all of the session recordings will be available. They're going to be cut up individually. They'll be available on 3dtechfest.com starting this Friday, September 16th, after the festival. Now, without further ado, I'd like to go ahead and introduce your host and MC for the day. They are the communications director here at Alvanon. Please help me in welcoming Saul Guzman, everybody.
Hello, everyone. Can you hear me okay, Jordan?
Yep.
Perfect. All right. Well, hello and good morning, everyone. As Jordan mentioned, my name is Saul Guzman, and I am the communications director for Alvanon and your host today. I am taking over from Janice. As Jordan mentioned, today is day 2, Building a Brand for Everybody and Anybody Day of our 3D Tech Festival broadcast. I'm delighted to tell you that in this section, we have some incredible speakers lined up for you. But first things first, before we start today, we have a very, very special guest from Coresight to tell us more about today's segment, recent growth and enormous market opportunity it represents. A fun fact about Alvanon and Coresight Research, we actually hosted a conference 4 years ago titled One Size Does Not Fit All, where we explored consumer needs and the retail opportunities for inclusive products and why inclusive categories are important for brands and retailers to consider. Since that time, we continue to track consumer sentiment and industry progress, and 4 years later, inclusivity is no longer an option for retailers and brands across all categories, including adaptive apparel, extended sizes, and most recently, gender-free apparel. I would like to introduce you to Erin Schmidt, a senior analyst with Coresight Research, head of the softline sector who covers inclusivity extensively. In July of this year, Coresight conducted a survey of 1,016 US consumers aged 18 plus online to assess their adaptive clothing, footwear, and accessory needs. Here to tell us more about the recent highlights in adaptive apparel in the US is Erin. Erin, take it away.
Thank you, Saul. It's an honor to speak to you briefly today about inclusivity and the growth opportunities for brands and retailers. As Saul highlighted, Coresight Research conducted our first ever adaptive survey in July to assess consumers' apparel needs and spending habits. And 22% of the survey respondents reported that they had a disability or cared for somebody with a disability. And so today, I'd just briefly like to share with you some of the most compelling highlights. First, the survey results confirm that there is a need for adaptive apparel, and 48% of the respondents with disabilities reported having challenges in finding apparel to meet their needs. So this is a growth opportunity for brands and retailers to consider, as demand still well exceeds supply in adaptive apparel. Coresight estimates that the spending on adaptive apparel and footwear will total $1.3 billion in 2022. However, the total addressable market is worth approximately $67.3 billion, which is 50 times the current estimated spending. Second, more than half of the survey respondents that have or care for someone with a disability reported that their disability makes wearing non-adaptive apparel more difficult. This also supports the need for adaptive apparel. And last, respondents are shopping value for adaptive apparel and footwear, with Walmart, Target, and Kohl's were the three most shopped retailers for brands. Retailers or brands for adaptives. And I think probably the most insightful, the most important or insight for brands and retailers is that the respondents were significantly cross-shopping at retailers that have adaptive categories. So for example, the survey results showed that respondents shop at both a retailer's adaptive line and its non-adaptive line. So that's a really, that shows that adaptive apparel is a growth opportunity for brands and retailers. Coresight is also seeing tremendous growth in extended sizes, which is still an under-penetrated category for brands and retailers. Our annual extended size report will publish later this fall. In 2022, Coresight estimates that the women's extended size market is approximately $36.9 billion, up 7.6% from 2021. We're continuing to see more retailers and brands enter the extended size category as size inclusivity. It's not a trend, but a consumer need. The proportion of U.S. adults that are overweight has been increasing in recent years, according to the CDC, and approximately 69% of women in the U.S. are overweight or obese, which highlights the tremendous opportunity for brands and retailers to provide extended sizes. Last year, in our report, we highlighted that one of the biggest trends that we saw is that brands were extending their sizes beyond from 14 to 26 to 14 to 30. We also have seen many brands and retailers launch activewear and intimates extended sizes. This year, we're seeing some really exciting new developments in extended sizes. First, private label, extended sizes are the new normal. When private labels are launching, they're just including extended sizes. We're also seeing a push from mainstream brands, including Victoria's Secret, Adidas, as well as sexier, like body conscious extended sizes, including Revolve and Victoria Beckham. And last, some really interesting partnerships, including Mattel and Forever 21 and QVC and Universal Standard. So in closing, I would just like to emphasize that, as Saul highlighted, and you'll hear from all of the experts on the panels today, that providing inclusive options is not only good for business, but it's also good for your consumers. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Erin. That was great. And also, I personally want to just thank you, because I know that you guys have been working around the clock to offer our 3D Tech Fest audience a free report, titled Research Highlights Adaptive Apparel in the US, that our audience can download for free, which is quite the treat. And so we're going to add that link to our comment section, and we'll share it throughout the day. for people to download. Thanks, Erin.
Thanks, Saul. Bye, everyone.